What's going on, guys? We are here today hanging out with
Hollar Homestead.
Hey! I'm gonna point at you guys and say they made me do it. It's gonna be the no, I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't know. All right, so we're here with the Hollar Homestead. We're hanging out in Kansas City today. It's about an hour south of our property, but we wanted to come show them a little bit of Kansas City, the fun family things we can do down here. And so we're gonna hang out at Kaleidoscope, is right over here. It's a fun family creative thing. And then we're gonna go to a park and then probably head back home, do some fun stuff as a family, give them a tour of our place. So let me introduce you guys.
Well, I'm Megan.
I'm Ben.
We are the Hollar Homestead, and we are traveling the U.S. to find our new forever homestead. We're originally from California, and for various reasons we decided that, you know what, it's just time to move. So right now we're in Missouri. We've got, I think, 21 states under our belt, and Missouri is one of the areas that we really wanted to check out and take a look at.
So far what we've seen, Missouri,
yeah, we really like
really
Missouri.
Like
There's a lot out here, and
a lot of people too.
Yeah, a lot of homesteaders.
A lot of homesteaders, a lot of YouTubers.
A lot of people said, go check out Missouri for sure. So we are here and we're loving it. It's been great.
Who are all these boys?
All right, so Tyler, Jack, those are our twins. There's Brett, he's the middle. And then the baby, who's no longer the baby anymore, is Corbin.
All right. Well, we're heading into Kaleidoscope, so let's go have some fun.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be a full day of fun stuff together.
Awesome.
That's really good artwork, Meg.
I get fancy with it. I like to think of myself as an artiste.
You're very good. Nicely done. All right, guys, what do you think so far?
Yes, he says.
What do you think? What do you think, Meg?
This place is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I love how it's all laid out. They get to run
Tyler
around.
could stay here hours.
We're making a puzzle. Go, buddy, go, buddy, go. Yay, puzzle for Eli. Ah, so many Beckys. That's a lot of Beckys.
You can't handle that many? No, but.
Nope, just one. All right, we made these guys a custom move to Missouri plaque.
What does that say? Move to Missouri? I think that's a big hint, Jake.
A little bit of hint right there.
And then the last thing that we're making here, this is for, I don't know, I guess these are for like hang on doors.
Yeah.
So don't forget, subscribe to Hollar Homestead. Oh, and then don't forget about us. All right, guys, we are hanging out with Ben and Meg here this evening. We just wanted to get to know them better and also let you know some of their story, because if you ever pop into one of their videos, they're traveling right now, and you might not get the full picture of what's going on the Hollar Homestead. And so I just wanted to start a little bit with them introducing their past, and then we're going to talk about what they're doing on this epic road trip across the country. They're traveling, they're finding their future homestead, and then what their plans are after this is all over. What led to this big adventure traveling the country?
Okay, so there's a job. I'm a manual machinist, and anybody's in the trade, they understand what kind of demand goes on the manual machinist. There's
A lot of work, yeah.
So the shop I worked for was oil field. So everything we did, most of the time, had a 12-hour turnaround window. So automatically right there, there's lots of overtime. Well, it was fun for a while. And then I like to tell people ask me why, and I say I blinked.
Yeah.
We had twins. Then we had Brett, our middle one. The twins were 2 last I saw them, then I blinked and now they're 11.
And we have 2 more kids.
2 more kids.
Sorry, 4 boys.
And my baby is now 6.
Yeah.
So that was what started getting my attention. Is it's like, wait a minute. I have worked so much. I have worked through birthdays. I have worked through our anniversary. I have worked through everything for what? And it just it started wearing on me to the point where I was ready to break.
Something needed to change. Yeah, and it got really intense for a while. I mean, to be honest, there were questions of, okay, do we keep going, like as a
Yeah.
couple, or something else drastic has to change.
Yes. The conversations were had. We did have the conversations. I don't even know my own wife anymore. And usually the reason you go to work to support a family is so you can have family.
Yeah.
And at that point, I did not have family anymore because I worked so much. And we started having the conversations of, we don't know each other anymore. Do we even love each other anymore?
Yeah.
Those are pretty hard conversations to have.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
And the thought really started weighing on me. This isn't life.
Yeah.
You're not living.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. And really, she showed me Justin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Come on down. Hey, Justin.
Hi. Megan.
to meet you.
Okay.
Megan.
Okay.
Nice to meet you too.
You YouTubing?
Yes.
Okay, what's your channel?
Hollar Homestead.
Hollar Homestead.
And I started seeing the family dynamic that some of these YouTubers had and realized at one point I had that family dynamic, but I had lost it because I had let work become this huge, out of control gorilla. So, seeing this family dynamic and realizing, what do I want out of my life? Do I want to work like this until I die? Which, if I work like this, I
You were
will
gonna die early, yeah.
And so one day, it was when the roads were getting ready to hit the road. We'd watched all this, and I got this funny thought in my head. We want land.
Yeah.
We want to be able to do this. We don't know how. How could we do this? Because in California, to afford that much land, even an acre,
Yeah.
you're talking
Hundreds of thousands,
$300,000 an acre in some areas.
Yeah.
So we hatched this plan.
Yeah.
We can do this cheaper in another state. We can do this cheaper anywhere but here.
Pretty much, yeah.
And if we don't do this now, there will be no we.
Young, and we didn't want to be exposed. Even though it was cold, we were never wearing proper clothes.
The company I'd worked for ended up moving to Texas. And rather than move with them, I elected for a layoff. And I came home for 7 months. And we both started doing our own thing, working from home. And we watched life come back.
Yeah.
We watched our friendship, our love for each other come back. And then I watched my relationship with my kids come back. Well, then I went back to work. And I dropped straight back into a position like I'd just left. And I watched the family dynamic start to slip. And so we had already started talking.
Yeah.
We both wanted to travel. We've
Yeah.
always wanted to travel. Who doesn't want to travel?
Right.
This country is an amazing country.
It is.
And we'd always said, you know, when we retire, that type of stuff.
It's always something we wanted to do, but we kind of felt held back from where we were. And he came home and he said, I've got this crazy idea. What if we sell everything and go travel for a year, take our time, we'll go see all the things we wanted to see, all the retirement stuff, and then on the way,
Yeah.
we'll use it as a means to find something, find where we want to live, go actually really explore places, not move somewhere sight unseen, but really dig into all these areas of the U.S.
All right, so we're out here at the Hollars'
House?
Their house. Their house. So tell us about your humble abode. What size is it?
It's a 27 foot with a pop out, so inside it's actually like 210 square feet, which is not very much.
200. Can you imagine? I mean, we stay in a family RV thing when we go on like a 2-day trip, and then we come home to our house. Like this is where they live. What's the hardest part of having to downsize and live this small?
Getting rid of all the stuff we had. That was the hard
getting
part.
rid of all the stuff. That was hard, and then there is an adjustment period.
Yeah.
You know, everybody goes from having their own room to now we're all in the same space.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well let's go take a little tour.
So we bought it used, which was perfect for us because it was cheaper and we were able to find a model that worked for us that's older.
All right, so start us off. Let's master bedroom.
Master bedroom. Okay, so the only awkward part about it is the bed goes this way, so Ben has to like crawl over the whole bed to get.
It's very awkward.
But it's not too bad. And one of the things I wanted was a room with a door, so we still had some privacy as parents, which is nice, and just to like get away every now and then. So, and we have, this is our storage, our closet system. So it's not the best.
So whose closet's that?
This is both of ours. So we have both of them combined together. Pantry is in here. It's pretty small, but it gets a lot of our canned goods and potatoes and stuff like that. And then we have storage under the couch. Ben modified this because it used to, you could only access it on the back side. So Ben modified it to where it hinges open. It's a mess. It's all the kids' toys and stuff. But it hinges open so we can get to it from in here.
You guys all fit around the table?
For the most part, yeah. So Ben will usually sit out here with his chair.
Okay.
And then the kids and I just cram in here.
Does this fold down?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Another
So
bed.
this is Brett's bed. The kitchen is hard for me because there's not a ton of space. And we do still try to eat like from scratch. We have this that goes over the sink, so that adds counter space there. And then Ben modified this. The pop-out was already here, but the original one was only like this big. So this was an extra piece of butcher block that we had. The first thing we did was take the microwave out because we didn't really want to use it. And this was so much space. And when you have this many people and you're trying to fit everything. So we just popped that out. He put shelves in.
How many days can you get by with the groceries that you can fit in here?
It depends on if the fridge freezes it or not. That's been a struggle we've had. So we can fit, when we buy eggs from the store, we can fit probably 4 cartons in there.
4 dozen.
4 dozen, yeah. And then some of the other like cheeses and stuff like that. But for the most part, we can't put veggies or anything in here. So this just becomes anything that has to stay super cold, and it's okay if it freezes, then we put it in there. Otherwise we have to keep everything in the cooler because it'll freeze, and most veggies will not come back to life once they've been frozen.
The 2 younger boys' beds.
Older boys, this is the
Older
twins.
boys,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
So Jack and Tyler, their bed, and then everything usually gets thrown on their bed when they're when we're moving. And then, and here's the bathroom. It's pretty tiny.
It's pretty messy too.
Pretty messy. It's just like the catch-all because we keep our laundry in here. We keep all our stuff for cleaning the tanks and whatnot.
Can you touch both walls, like from there to there? Can you touch?
Yeah, I can touch. So it's pretty rough, but it actually hasn't been too bad. We thought the bathroom was going to be the hardest adjustment, and it hasn't been as bad as we thought it would. You get used to it. And it has a tub in it, so if we wanted to take a bath, I guess we could. Crazy, but we made it work. It's not too bad.
So we were talking. We were saying, I think it's something that everybody would want to do, but just doesn't have the courage or the boldness to just sell everything, quit their job, leave their home they've always known, and just get on the road and go start somewhere new. And how much do you miss your home, or how much do you just like being free to do what you want?
It is scary. I mean, there's definitely that. You're leaving everything you know, and all of our family's back in California, so it's leaving family and stuff like that too, but you kind of get to this point where you realize you just have to jump in with both feet. You know that water's going to be cold, but once you get in it,
it's not that bad.
Then it's fine.
Yep.
And that was something for us that was like, let's just do it. Let's not even think about it. Let's just do it.
Some couples I've seen, some couples we've been around, they don't spend time with each other.
Yeah.
Since the minute we got together, that's all we want to do is just spend time with each other. So,
yeah. And I think that's why it was so hard when you were working.
Yeah.
Was because we felt like we were being ripped apart, and that was like painful for us.
Yeah.
And the travel part was hard because it's a different groove you got to get into and things you're used to, and you're not working all the time, which that was a struggle for you.
That's been very hard for me, not having structure and something
that
to do.
set schedule.
There's still structure, you know. It's okay. Today is a moving day,
right?
And today's a
grocery day, or hanging out with friends.
Yeah. We were talking the other night. We had no idea that this trip we would make so many friends.
Yeah. Like you have the acquaintances that you know from YouTube, but we've made lifelong, deep relationships on this trip, which has been amazing. And it's also making it hard to pick a place because
it's like, well, there's
we want to live with everybody.
Driving in a car, never never knowing how far we come. When we were younger, oh, when we were younger.
We don't know if we want to market farm. We don't know if we want to go into a chicken business. We don't know if we want to have a business that has nothing to do with the homesteading part,
Right.
but still have it. We've even talked about like opening a wedding venue with
You know, it
on the
just-
farm
it
kind of
just
thing.
depends. There's something I've told a lot of people. I know what I don't want life on the other side of this trip to look like. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I know what it is not gonna look like.
Yeah.
We're not going back to the way it was.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and for letting us get to know you better, get to hear your story. It's been a lot of fun to be friends through Facebook and
Yeah.
YouTube over the last year and get to meet you in person and get to do life together. So
Yeah.
And thanks for showing us around
Yeah.
Kansas City.
It's
It
nice
was
to
a fun
have
day.
a local's perspective of everything.
well, guys, go check out their channel. We'll link it up here and down in the description. Hollar Homestead. Check them out. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.